Liberty University, where your expectations are just the beginning, where a relevant and diverse education is still affordable and more than just knowledge, where community is cultivated and faith is formed in remarkable ways. To know this is to know liberty.
Pham and Thuy. Today I will discuss whether or not it is ethical for companies to market their products to children. Before I start, I would like to recount an experience of my own, dating back to around 2003. Back then I was a child like any other who couldn't see through those glorified, inflated TV commercials about a magical shower gel that could turn my skin into that of the model. Noting I'm quite tanned myself, I ended up pestering my mother to buy me it, which she couldn't take any longer, and got me a dozen bottles of that shower gel, and I mean a dozen. The story ended quite sadly, with my mother spending not an inconsiderable amount of money on shower gel, and me greatly let down by the fact that my skin just couldn't get any whiter, despite smelling so good, I have to admit that. My point here is, having been a victim of glossy ads myself, I have to say that I'm against advertising to children. Nevertheless, no one can deny the fact that marketing to children is big business. In the US, an average child watches an estimated 16,000 television commercials, while in the UK, this number is around 10,000. Children under 12 spend average $28 billion and influence another $249 billion spent by their parents. However, whereas this proposes a bright future for companies, it can have adverse effects on parents and their offspring. Firstly, children are too young to understand what's going on in ads. According to experts, they cannot grasp the persuasive intentions of advertisements until the age of 8 or 9. They have difficulty in distinguishing between advertising and reality, which can distort their view of the world. Moreover, young children are unable to judge whether claims made in TV commercials are genuine, which can have devastating results. An illustration of this point is the advertising of fast food, which can result in unhealthy eating habits and eventually children's high rate of obesity. Another reason for my opposition towards this matter is that children are highly susceptible. Kids are sensitive to external influences and are likely to be talked into believing they really need that kind of stuff, which in fact they don't. In the cases when companies manage to advertise their products at schools, it can lead students to assume that that product have the school support. Similarly, seeing their favorite actor or pop star giving a specific beverage their endorsement can make the child want the same thing, in the belief that they could become their idols. Through these, companies succeed in manipulating children into buying their stuff without the children knowing anything at all. Another factor that concerns me about advertising to children is under the name of peer pressure. Now, companies seek to define normality among the young nowadays, making teenagers feel inferior to their friends without having that kind of product. They manipulate young people through their insecurities and encourage them to seek happiness and esteem in having a wide array of products. While the whole point of this is to make money, its consequences are far worse than just getting parents to squander money. Advertisements aimed at children are partly contributing to consumer culture among the young nowadays. They are laying down materialistic values among young children who are these days more concerned about making a lot of money to buy luxurious things than other important values in their life. Moreover, children are more and more exposed to violence and other problems due to the things they see on TV. For instance, their ads are instigating a positive attitude toward drinking in young children who are more likely to suffer from alcohol issues later in their life. And that is just one of the many disturbing sides of advertising. However, there are many solutions to these problems, such as children's programs shouldn't be interrupted unless they are longer than 30 minutes, and more importantly, advertisements for children should be carefully censored for any inappropriate content, and so on. In conclusion, to my mind, advertising to children is unethical and should therefore be restricted. Several countries have taken steps to tackle this issue. In the United Kingdom, Belgium, Denmark, and Greece, advertising to children is restricted, while in Quebec, Norway, and Sweden, advertising to children under 12 is illegal. It is time our government take action to minimize the negative effects of TV commercials on children in the interests of their future and also the country. But will we be able to do that? I have no idea.